Morning light spills through towering old trees in Philadelphia's Radnor neighborhood, brushing over stately colonial houses before settling on a modern estate with crisp white windows and black shutters. Inside, 6 feet 8 inches, Jordan Mailata sits with a guitar across his lap, his deep voice filling the room. A scene worlds apart from the violent trenches of NFL Sundays. Today, we'll step inside that house and his story, exploring his unexpected rise, his earnings, and his private passions. But first, let's rewind to how this journey began. Jordan Mailata's story begins far from Lincoln Financial Field in Bankstown, a gritty, multicultural suburb of Sydney, Australia. Born in 1997 to Samoan parents, he grew up in a working-class household where church, family, and hard work shaped his days. At 6'8" and well over 350 pounds even as a teen, he towered over his classmates. But his first love wasn't American football, it was rugby league. He started out with the Bankstown Bulls and later joined the South Sydney Rabbitohs U20 squad, one of Australia's most storied clubs. Coaches there saw a future professional prop forward, but injuries and limited contract offers, including one for just $3,300, made him question his path. Rather than settle, Mailata made an audacious choice. In 2018, he applied to the NFL International Player Pathway Program, a little-known pipeline for athletes from outside the U.S. He had never played a down of American football, yet at the IMG Academy in Florida, he stunned scouts with his rare combination of size, balance, and footwork honed from rugby. Videos of this enormous Samoan Australian running 40-yard dashes and mirror drills went viral in football circles. For a league obsessed with measurables, he was a once-in-a-generation project. That spring, the Philadelphia Eagles took the gamble, selecting him in the 7th round of the 2018 NFL Draft and signing him to a 4-year, $2.5 million contract. It was a flyer on raw talent, a 21-year-old who didn't even know how to put on pads properly. For 2 full seasons, he barely saw the field, instead studying technique, learning playbooks, and reshaping his body under the guidance of offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland. He endured jokes about being a rugby experiment and quietly sharpened his craft. The payoff came in 2020. When injuries hit the Eagles' line, Mailata finally stepped in, starting 10 games and showing flashes of dominance. By 2021, he had earned a 4-year, $64 million extension, a stunning leap from fringe prospect to one of the league's highest-paid left tackles. Analysts began ranking him among the NFL's top 10 at his position, praising his agility and anchor strength. He protected Jalen Hurts through a breakout 2022 season and played in Super Bowl 57, cementing his role as a cornerstone of the franchise. The momentum continued. In 2023 and 2024, Mailata was no longer a novelty but the bedrock of Philadelphia's offensive line. The team rewarded him again with a 3-year, $66 million extension in 2024, keeping him under contract through his prime. And in February 2025, on his 27th year, he reached the pinnacle. The Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 59, with Mailata credited for sealing the left edge that sprung a key touchdown and keeping Hurts upright under relentless pressure. And while his professional ascent has been meteoric, his private addresses tell an equally revealing story, where this giant has built his sanctuary. Philadelphia home, Villanova retreat. After years of practicing in anonymity and then exploding into NFL stardom, Jordan Mailata chose to put down roots not in Center City, but in the leafy western suburbs of Philadelphia. His home sits in the Villanova corridor, a pocket of mainline tranquility where many Eagles stars retreat after game day. The area is known for its privacy, level lawns, and mature trees, with country clubs and prep schools dotting the back roads. It's a world away from Lincoln Financial Field's roar, but only a short drive down the Schuylkill Expressway. From the street, Mailata's house blends mainline tradition with modern scale. Crisp white siding and black shutters nod to classic colonial architecture, while manicured landscaping and a long private driveway hint at something newer and larger. Ornamental trees line the approach, framing a front elevation that's at once stately and approachable. Less celebrity fortress than an upscale family home with room for a 6-foot 8-inch lineman to stretch out. Step inside and the scale becomes obvious. A grand 2-story foyer rises with 10-foot ceilings and twin skylights, filling the entrance with natural light. It's the kind of space that can comfortably host a team dinner or simply absorb the gear of an NFL tackle coming home from practice. Off to one side sits a formal living room anchored by a gas fireplace and framed by arched windows. On the other, a private home office with custom built-ins gives Mailata a place to review film, handle charitable work, or, as he jokes on Instagram, escape the guitars for a minute. The heart of the house is a redesigned kitchen that mixes workhorse function with sleek finishes. Updated cabinetry and stone countertops flow into a modern laundry and pantry area that connects directly to the 2-car garage, an essential for someone whose weekly grocery runs could fill a lineman's appetite. A breakfast nook under a skylight opens to the family room, where a massive stone fireplace and French doors lead out to a private flagstone patio. It's easy to picture teammates gathering here for a post-practice cookout, or Mailata strumming his guitar on summer evenings while his fiancée sets out food. Upstairs, the master suite commands its own wing with views of the tree canopy. Detailed millwork frames the windows. Twin walk-in closets accommodate both formal wear and gym gear. The marble bathroom rivals a boutique hotel's spa, with heated floors, a soaking tub, dual sinks, and a rain shower built tall enough for an NFL giant. 2 additional bedrooms share the level, offering space for guests, family, or future children. The lower level adds more than 1,200 square feet of flexible space. A fully outfitted gym and media area let Mailata train and unwind without leaving home. A 5th bedroom is already framed and plumbed for an additional bath, ready to convert into a studio or guest suite. Storage rooms hold everything from holiday decor to charity event props, and a hidden corner doubles as a jam room for his growing collection of guitars. Seen through the lens of a home tour host, it's a modern colonial big enough for an NFL giant, yet warm enough to feel like a true home. Every feature reflects a balance between public life and private refuge. A place where Mailata can be both protector of quarterbacks and aspiring musician, both public figure and private partner. And behind these walls is a player whose financial story is just as striking as his physical transformation. From a $3,300 rugby contract in Australia to one of the NFL's richest offensive linemen. Income and net worth. Today, his net worth is estimated at $64 million, placing him among the most financially secure offensive linemen in the NFL. It's the kind of wealth that mirrors his journey. Improbable at the start, hard-earned along the way, and massive once it arrived. His professional fortune began modestly. In 2018, the Philadelphia Eagles drafted Mailata in the 7th round and signed him to a 4-year, $2.5 million rookie contract. At the time, many saw it as a gamble on raw athleticism. For Mailata, it was validation, a leap in earnings compared to what rugby league had offered him back home. But the real payday was still years away. By 2021, after proving himself as a starting left tackle, Mailata secured a 4-year, $64 million extension. It was one of the largest contracts ever given to a lineman with so little starting experience, and it confirmed what coaches already knew. He was a cornerstone for the Eagles' future. Analysts pointed out that in just 3 seasons, he had gone from a player learning how to put on shoulder pads to one of the league's best-paid protectors. The ascent didn't stop there. In 2024, Philadelphia doubled down with another 3-year extension worth $66 million. That deal included an average annual value of $22 million, with $48 million guaranteed and a $20 million signing bonus. For a man who had once been a rugby prop with limited prospects, the numbers bordered on cinematic. The structure of his 2025 earnings underscores the scale. That year, Mailata collected a $1.17 million base salary, plus a prorated $18.2 million signing bonus and a $250,000 workout bonus for participating in the team's off-season program. All told, his take-home from the Eagles for a single season rivals the career earnings of entire rosters from his old rugby league days. Endorsements have added a lucrative side stream. Mailata has partnered with major brands such as Ford and Bounty, as well as local Philadelphia companies eager to tap into his likable personality and massive presence. Conservative estimates suggest these deals contribute between $5 million and $10 million in additional income. It's not the celebrity-level endorsement empire of a quarterback or wide receiver, but for an offensive tackle, a position rarely in the spotlight, it's significant. His wealth is not only measured in dollar signs, but in what it represents. Mailata embodies the phrase from Aussie prop to top-paid left tackle. He's proof that the NFL's International Player Pathway program can change lives, turning an athlete who once faced career uncertainty into a multimillionaire champion in just a few years. His story resonates beyond football, a reminder that sometimes the boldest risks pay the richest rewards. And while his contracts and endorsements tell the story of financial success, Mailata's heart remains anchored in giving back, music, and a commitment to community that matches the scale of his frame. Philanthropy. The son of Samoan immigrants raised in a working-class corner of Sydney, he brings to Philadelphia a deeply Polynesian sense of community and service. That ethos shines through in the causes he supports, turning his size and celebrity into tangible good for those around him. One of his signature efforts is the Eagles Autism Challenge, an annual event that brings together players, fans, and community leaders to raise funds for autism research and support. In May 2025, Mailata joined teammates Cooper DeJean and Thomas Booker for the 10-mile ride through Philadelphia's streets. That year, the event raised a record $10 million, pushing the challenge's total to $40 million since its inception. Seeing the 6'8" tackle pedaling beside families and children underscored the point. He's as approachable in the community as he is intimidating on the field. Mailata and his wife, Nikki, have also been visible supporters of the Children's Alliance of Philadelphia, attending the Bear Affair Gala in 2025. Their presence helped shine a spotlight on child abuse prevention programs, using celebrity to direct attention towards some of society's most vulnerable. At the gala, Mailata spoke quietly about the importance of safe homes and strong communities, a reminder that his philanthropy is rooted in personal values, not just public relations. Music, too, has become a philanthropic vehicle. Beginning in 2022, Mailata joined teammates Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson in recording the Philly Specials holiday albums, with proceeds benefiting local children's charities. The unlikely trio, a center, a tackle, and a guard, turned into a seasonal sensation, raising millions over 3 consecutive years. In 2025, their efforts were honored by the Philadelphia Music Alliance, a recognition that merged Mailata's twin passions of football and song. The holiday spirit carried into events like Operation Snowball in 2024, where Mailata performed Christmas classics and distributed gifts to every student in Delaware County. For a man who once sang on The Masked Singer as Thingamabob, the image of him handing presents in a Santa hat felt perfectly on brand. Equal parts gentle giant and community leader. His giving extends beyond marquee fundraisers. At the Breakthrough Greater Philadelphia Spring Soiree in 2025, Mailata donated a signed football for auction, helping fund educational opportunities for underprivileged youth. And in perhaps the most Mailata moment of them all, he went viral in February 2025 for helping a local cafe move a 650-pound oven. What would have been an all-day struggle for movers became a 5-minute demonstration of giant strength for small business. Fans laughed, but the gesture revealed something deeper. He sees service not as a duty, but as a natural extension of who he is. Together, these acts form a mosaic of generosity. From multi-million-dollar campaigns to spontaneous feats of strength, Mailata lives out the Polynesian principle of aiga, family that extends beyond bloodlines to the wider community. His philanthropy isn't about press releases or branding. It's about showing up, lifting burdens, and leaving a place better than he found it. And behind the charity galas and bike rides is a personal life that balances all of these public roles: husband, musician, and now Super Bowl champion, with the quiet rhythm of home. Personal life. He first met Nikki Ikahihifo Bender at Philadelphia's bustling Reading Terminal Market in 2018. The story sounds like a rom-com. The Australian rookie with a rugby past bumping into a Tongan-American attorney amid cheesesteaks and Amish pretzels. 4 years later, in 2022, Mailata returned to the same market to propose, a full-circle moment that delighted fans who had followed their courtship online. The couple married in July 2023 on Maui, blending Polynesian heritage with NFL camaraderie. Mailata wore traditional Samoan attire for part of the ceremony, and at the reception, he serenaded his bride with a soulful rendition of Stevie Wonder's "Isn't She Lovely Wonder's Isn't She Lovely" in front of teammates and family. It was a scene that captured his two worlds: the giant who crushes defensive ends on Sunday afternoons, and the musician who can hush a room with a single chord. For their honeymoon, they traveled to Italy, mixing gondola rides with contract negotiations. Mailata's agent even joked that he signed an extension between pasta courses. Nikki herself is an accomplished professional. A Tongan-American intellectual property attorney, she earned her BA from Mary Baldwin University and a master's from NYU before clerking in Washington and eventually moving to Philadelphia. Together, the couple projects an image of a modern NFL family that is both cosmopolitan and rooted in tradition. They have no children yet, but frequently share glimpses of their travels, home life, and charitable work on social media, letting fans see a softer side of the Eagles' left tackle. Music is Mailata's great off-field passion. Entirely self-taught, he picked up the guitar and banjo as a teenager and later wowed U.S. audiences on The Masked Singer in 2021 as Thingamabob, belting out ballads from inside a furry costume. He's spoken about wanting to learn the saxophone next, and teammates say his pre-game locker room jams are as much a ritual as his stretches. In interviews, he frames music as therapy, a way to manage the grind of NFL seasons and stay connected to his Polynesian roots, where song is central to community life. When it comes to controversy, Mailata's is less tabloid and more policy debate. In 2022, he publicly dismissed the NFL's Guardian helmets, padded shells designed to reduce concussions, as fake news, claiming they were ineffective after he still suffered a head knock wearing one. In 2023, after the Eagles' Super Bowl 57 loss, he joined teammates in blasting State Farm Stadium's turf as a water park, saying it compromised both teams and reigniting the natural versus artificial surface debate. He has also been one of the most vocal defenders of the Eagles' infamous tush-push quarterback sneak, calling critics' complaints an insult to the game and emphasizing technique over unfair advantage amid league-wide calls for a ban. And in 2025, as a player representative, he echoed teammate Lane Johnson's remarks about the NFL Players Association, calling it the weakest union in sports and pressing for more transparency in contract negotiations. These stances have earned him a reputation as a thoughtful but blunt voice for player safety and fairness. Taken together, Mailata's personal life paints a portrait of a multi-talented Aussie-Samoan giant balancing NFL grind with music, marriage, and community service. He may pancake defenders on Sunday, but by Monday he's at a charity bike ride or strumming a guitar in his den. From the rugby pitches of Condell Park to anchoring Philadelphia's offensive line, Jordan Mailata's journey is a real-life underdog epic. From practice squad project to Super Bowl champion. His modern colonial home outside Philadelphia reflects that arc, a sanctuary where an NFL giant not only protects his quarterback, but also strums his guitar, cooks with his wife, and plans his next community project. Thank you for joining us on this inside look at his life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the next story of the homes and journeys of America's most fascinating sports stars.